Point number 3. Verse 34, a specific example of what you cannot give to God. Who has known the mind of the Lord? Or who has been his counselor? Answer, nobody. Nobody has known or understood God and his ways so as to spot a place to be improved. Nobody. So you might as well keep your mouth shut when it comes to assessing God's ways and judgments if you don't like them. Paul has given 11 chapters of the mind of God. This does not mean, when he says, who has known the mind of the Lord, or his ways are inscrutable and his judgments are unsearchable, he doesn't mean there's nothing about God you can know or understand. That's not what he means. He just wrote 11 chapters about the ways of God. He means for us to see the iceberg that's out of the water here and understand all of its crevices and learn from it the nature of the rest of it that's submerged in his infinity. So it doesn't mean you can't know anything about the mind of God. It means you can't know the mind of God such as to become his counselor. Nobody can advise God about anything. Now, think about this for a minute. As I pondered this, it really walloped me. The one thing that Paul picks out to say we cannot give to God is the one thing that most unbelievers give God most often. Isn't that amazing? They don't give him love. They don't give him trust. They don't give him worship. They don't give him delight and satisfaction. They don't give him their time. They just give him their advice when things don't go the way they want. This is how serious things are in the world. The one thing that Paul chooses to point out we cannot and dare not give to God is what most people give him most of. Where are you? You should have shown up. Oh, how often do human beings become the advisors of God, telling him how he should have run the world, telling him how he should fix my life and fix my marriage and all the things that God should have done differently or in the future. We can't give him any advice. We can't improve upon the mind of God. This, by the way, should really humble us in the way we pray. Prayer is asking for God to do things, right? But prayer is not becoming God. Prayer isn't saying to God, all right, you don't know how to do this. You don't know how to relate to my sick child. I do. You don't know how to relate to my marriage. I do. You don't know how to take care of my niece who's not walking with Jesus. I do, and I'm going to tell you how to do it. That's not the mindset of prayer. The mindset of prayer is, oh God, I have a need. She, he, we have needs. Would you come and help us according to your word? As far as I can see, this would be a good thing to do. I ask that you do it. Sometimes he grants you a tremendous assurance that's what he wants to do, and you can pray with great faith. Other times he leaves open your mind as to whether or not that might not be his will, and you simply ask and say with Jesus, nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. And that's not a bad prayer because Jesus prayed it.